You ready?
Ready for what? Something that'll really hit the spot.
Always quick with a joker to light up your smoke.
It's fun and educational.
Welcome to Coffee Talk, a joint production between 3WV and Higher Education. Welcome back. Hope everyone had a green week. It's Coffee Talk. I'm Dawn. We have Seth and Ashley Dirty live in the studio. Hey, Ashley Dirty.
Hi, Ashley.
Why do I have two names and you guys don't?
I think we should start a new segment. The Daily Dirty.
I like that. Ashley, can you give us the dirty?
The dirty dose.
The dirty dose with Ashley Dirty.
Down low.
How low do you go?
Oh,
What was the dirtiest thing Ashley Dirty did this week?
The dirtiest thing I did was have my kid step in poop and run across the carpet. So there you go.
That's pretty dirty.
That requires some major relaxation after the fact because that's disgusting.
Yes, I do remember those days. Once upon a time. So we're lucky enough that we are going to be talking about gravity today. You know, who doesn't love gravity?
You know the problem with gravity, right?
What's that?
It's always bringing me down.
Oh, wah, wah.
Well, I'm not going to let it keep me down. I'm going to use gravity to get me higher than I've ever gotten before. You know how?
Yeah.
With a gravitron, maybe an AC Greebs, or a student glass.
That is an excellent idea.
So all those things have one thing in common. They use gravity to help you enjoy the pure sensation and smoking enjoyment of Delta 8, CBD, whatever it is you enjoy smoking.
Yeah, the smokable herb of your choice.
Absolutely. You know, when I was in college, we didn't have all these cool things. I remember our first, my very first gravity tube that I made myself. This was like 4 years ago when I was in college.
Why is she laughing so loud?
My jokes are better than yours. I used to have a 3-liter bottle of some very, very generic orange soda pop that I loved and a 5-gallon bucket. And it sat on a planter's moving tray. So it was like, if you had a heavy plant, you sat it on one of these little trays, and we put the 5-gallon bucket on there with water and then stuck the 3-liter bottle in there, and we had the lid, we just like kind of ripped a hole into it a little bit and put a threaded bowl, and they were wooden back then, off of our, water pipes that we used to have. And it was like that threaded bowled water pipe, super huge. I think that thing held like, a gram or 2. 3, 5. It was a huge bowl, and it was on the top of it, and you had to very quickly unscrew the lid and then put your mouth on it and slam it back down to get a good hit. But, I did. We all did. We loved it. It was fucking fantastic. And since it was on wheels, we could just pass it around. No one had to get up. You just like moved around in a circle. It was great. Shout out to University of Dayton and the engineering department there. They were really fantastic, and I really appreciate my years there. Woo! UD Flyers. Thank you.
You seem really technical with your description, whereas like I would just show up and something was already made and you take a hit.
Oh no, that's the best
like,
part was the engineering.
Whoa, no, I had to make it. This was like I love that thing.
We
Loved it.
we had a nut, from a bolt and a nut.
Mm-hmm.
And sit there with a lighter underneath it and get it super hot, and then set it on top of a 2-liter bottle, and it would sort of melt its shape into the top of the 2-liter bottle. And then that was the bowl that we used. Put a screen on top of that nut, nice. And you could pull it off, and it, it was hot as fuck, but it worked. and it was just a 2-liter bottle and the kitchen sink,
the kitchen sink.
So
yes, you're not mobile.
No, we take turns,
Right.
You got to stand there, and then you're all like wobbly and weak on the knees from leaning over and getting that stupid hit in your face.
Like the good old days.
Yeah.
How about you, Ashley? What was your favorite version?
I mean, again, mine was a 2-liter bottle. So, I mean, it was really, really simple. I have no idea what the technicalities was that went along with
Piece
it.
of aluminum foil for the bowl.
I would literally just like show up to these houses, where the guys, I guess, have already like predetermined what's going on and, just get in on the fun. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
You need to do that. Too bad
Did you ever
COVID's
do like something crazy gravity-wise? Because I feel like we were always trying to invent something bigger, better, more stupid.
gosh, I don't think we did.
So a traffic cone in the river.
Okay.
It was, like, why not? What do we have? There's a traffic cone over there.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So I did live in Colorado, and we did have something called the pooter pipe. I did forget about this. So the river there is the pooter. And, who doesn't want to say pooter all the time? So pooter, 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 pooter. This is
There's
just an
something wrong with
opportunity
you.
for me to pooter pipe. So we had pooter pipes, and a pooter pipe was essentially, just a regular pipe that you stuck into the river and then turned it into a water pipe. But it's fantastic.
You would think that I would like that since you've named me Ashley Dirty, but that just sounds like really gross with the river water. Oh my God. People pee in the river.
Is that going to be Dawn's nickname? Pooter smoker.
Yeah.
I'm the pooter princess.
All right, so you're talking about like all these inventions of this. These days, obviously, there's a lot more selection that you can just pick up at higher ed.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So now somebody else has invented these things and actually gone public with them or gone mainstream. And one of those groups of gentlemen are from right here in Virginia, from Richmond area. We're lucky enough that after the break, we're gonna get to talk to one of them. He's gonna meet us on the telephone because COVID sucks and nobody wants to hang out with us, and we have faces for radio.
Yeah, it's COVID. I'm sure that's why.
Yes. Seth is really ugly and no one wants to be around him.
Yeah, and Dawn's all,
and he
into
has
pooter.
this
So.
And I'm dirty, apparently. So that's like not good in the COVID world. You need to be really clean.
So AC Greebs, one of the founding members of AC Greebs out of Richmond, is going to come on and explain how they got their start and what made them want to invent this. And we're lucky enough to be able to have one of these. They're really cool. I used one the other day, and they're amazing. They work really well. And turns out that I thought I was going to have to use my pot holder, and you don't.
No, it doesn't get hot.
Doesn't get hot.
Yeah,
Just
it's
because
awesome.
it's so thick, is that why?
Well, we'll have to talk to Scott
He'll have
from
to
AC
tell us.
Greeb.
And maybe he'll tell us. It's got a big bowl hole. I will say that. But pretty fantastic. And I think this thing is so small. The cool thing is you can carry this motherfucker around in your pocket and always have one with you. Whereas like the Gravitron, which I love and I think everybody loves and looks pretty much exactly like what a water pipe or what a gravity tube looks like. Looks pretty much exactly like what a gravity tube looks like when we think about it in our head.
Yeah, except all glass and super slick and
Okay. But yeah, it's the engineer.
not all backwood engineered.
Yeah, there you go. It's the modern, sleek, Pure One version.
Jerry rigged.
There you go. It's the bougie. But not really, because we have the bougie version too to talk about. Eventually we'll get to the fantastic one. It's the student glass. And that is the gravity hookah.
Yeah, that's right.
And came out
The
about
one
2 years
Seth
ago.
Rogen did on YouTube. Everybody's seen that video.
I haven't seen it.
Oh,
What? Well,
I'll have to show you.
we'll have to look at that during the break while we're smoking, because, you got to look at something while you're smoking. And sometimes it can't be each other because these people are
Say that again, because I really didn't even hear you say that.
It wasn't
up,
very
damn
nice.
it. Say it to my face.
Because you got to look at something when we're smoking, because these people are ugly.
Wow. That was rude.
That was.
Oh, did they hear that?
Gonna have to go ease my pain.
That was
now.
just for me and my viewers.
Face for radio.
That's how I got this job, right?
That's right.
They saw me and said, "Hey, can we at least listen to your voice?"
You do have a sexy voice. I'll give you that.
Isn't it sad that my face doesn't match that? Like, I've thought in life, like, if I could, would I want to be as sexy as my voice, or would I just like to have this voice? And I decided I really got shortchanged on this one.
I feel like that's
It's a
a
bitch.
Little Mermaid like dilemma.
I think you should just be happy with what you got. You can't have it all. Some people probably have ugly faces and ugly voices.
Oh my God! But that's
be
just
grateful. Be grateful for what you have. Okay.
All right. So on that note, I think I need to take a little tear jerking break
I think
here.
I need a coffee break.
We're gonna take a little break. You guys are gonna hear our sponsors or something. I don't know. And we'll be back.
Ready.
Coffee Talk, Higher Education and 3WV joint production. We'll be back with Scott from AC Greeb's, Richmond.
CBD.
We will help you with your anxiety. We'll pick you up when you're feeling low. And nothing costs a pocket full of dough. Relax your body, free your mind. Higher Ed is the place to find.
CBD.
Let us help you with your anxiety. Now offering curbside pickup and shipping direct to your door. Just call to place your order at 434-293-PUFF. Higher Education, Charlottesville's CBD superstore since 2017, providing high-quality CBD and education about all its amazing benefits. Higher Education, because CBD is a lifestyle, not just a greener trend. Be careful and smoke at home. And remember, share the experience, not the pipe.
Higher education is still open, so come in.
Best prices, best selection, most knowledgeable. Higher Education, Charlottesville CBD headquarters. Welcome back to Coffee Talk. I hope everyone had a enjoyable break there. It's Seth and Ashley Dirty in the studio, and we're lucky enough to have a guest on, Scott with AC Greeb's. AC Greeb's is a gravity pipe. Welcome, Scott.
Hey there.
Hi, Scott. How are you doing today?
Doing all right.
Awesome. Thank you so much for letting us talk to you today about your invention. It's pretty cool and definitely very, very popular in our area of Virginia.
That's good to hear.
Absolutely.
Although I can't take credit for having been the person who invented it.
Well, tell us a little bit about that.
I formed this company with some buddies of mine right out of advertising graduate school. And we were sitting around looking for something we could all kind of work on that was sort of like being in school, but not being in school. And one of them said, well, we still have that gravity bong idea. And I said, that sounds great. And then I said, what's a gravity bong? They had to explain to me what it was and how it worked. And awesome. What initially started off as sort of a thought experiment became this company that we still run.
That is awesome. And it started in what year?
I think we launched officially in 2013. We started with a Indiegogo campaign where we raised enough money to set up like e-commerce stuff and do an initial run of product. And once we did all that fulfillment, we had a few connections to a few shops here in Richmond, Virginia, just down the street from you guys, and got ourselves in front of some people, and slowly but surely we've chipped away. And now I think we've shipped a piece to almost every state in the union.
That's awesome.
And in a lot of different countries around the world. It's interesting.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I know that, we at Higher Education have a couple different gravity pipes, but this one, as soon as we started carrying it, has by far been the most popular and the most asked for by name. In
That's
Virginia
cool.
here, people literally are looking for an AC Greeb. So tell me what AC Greeb's means. Is this someone's name?
It is. And just to be safe, his first name is Andrew, and his last name is the C. And Greebs is what they used to call gravity bongs back when they were in high school. He's a machinist, and he had been working on this design since he was like 16, because his dad worked in a machine shop, and so he'd been slowly making versions and versions and versions of this until we settled on the one that we currently run. So it's a lot older than the age of the company, but he used to make them sort of by hand for his buddies. And
awesome.
And then when three of his friends ended up in, like I said, advertising grad school, they created some identity for him or for the product, and then we collectively together put this thing together and run it the way it runs.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. And it's been around now for almost 10 years as a real company that everyone knows about, especially in this area.
Yep.
So I know that when you buy one of these, it comes in a cute little box and it actually has directions and explains how to greeb, the waterfall method and the gravity method. So would you like to explain the waterfall method to us?
Either one, both of them require the use of a 2-liter plastic bottle. The waterfall method is the one where you poke a hole in the bottom of the bottle, and after you fill the bottle with water and put your finger over the hole, and then put your smoking steel into the top of the bottle because it's tapered to fit, and then as you let the water go out, if you lit the stuff inside of your steel on fire, the Bernoulli effect, there's science behind this, pulls air down past it, and it all collects in the chamber of the bottle, and then you remove it because it's food grade stainless steel. It doesn't get hot, and you can pick it up and then inhale directly from the top of the bottle.
That's awesome. So you just mentioned it's stainless steel. It doesn't get hot to the touch, so you can just grab it, even though you just lit it. That's awesome. And it's so smooth. It feels really nice in the hands. Ashley was just holding on to it. It's got a perfect bowl size as well. Is that a...
Right. It's it'll substitute as an 18-millimeter slide as well.
Oh, perfect. Wow.
So that way,
awesome.
if you happen to be one of the clumsy people and you drop it, there is no worry that you'll break it, which is one of those things that sort of helps people. I was talking to one of the shop owners here in Richmond, and he was telling me that the very best day to sell glass was Monday because everybody breaks stuff over the weekend.
Right.
Absolutely.
I had no idea.
Yes. We agree on that one.
Yes.
Sunday might be our saddest day in the store because everybody had really good time on Saturday night, and Sunday they're coming in very sad, trying to replace bowls and down stems and other broken apparatus.
So now you know. Now you have a backup, at least for the people with 18 millimeters.
Absolutely. You can get these at Higher Education. I imagine you probably also have your own Instagram or Facebook. Do you have, following of your own?
Facebook is not quite as popular for us. We got a handful of people who communicate to us directly through there. But most of our communication seems to go out and gets the most traction through Instagram. And our Instagram is just AC Greebs, ACGREEBS.
ACGREEBS. And you can find those at Higher Education in Charlottesville as well as Richmond, and apparently in all 50 states, and sounds like it's starting all over the country. And you'll be able to find them, if nothing else, on our website at highereducationsmokeshop.com, and we will also ship them anywhere. Thanks again, Scott, for being here. And we can all get AC Greebs at Higher Education in Charlottesville at 619 West Main Street, or in Richmond at 2307 West Carey Street.
Find us online, www.highereducationsmokeshop.com, on Instagram and Facebook at Higher Education VA, and you can always call us in Richmond, 804-254-PUFF.
In Charlottesville, 434-293-PUFF.
I'm here to share my journey just for you. It all started out with the Higher Ed crew. Down on West Main, I was hanging with a friend when we saw the Higher Ed sign down around the bend. My boys said, let's check it. It could be a banging shop. When we walked into the store, man, it made my jaw drop. There were tubes and hand pipes, rigs and more. They even have a water pipe as tall as the door. Gas masks, rollers, papers made of rice. Sure-ish dish, it was a smoker's paradise. My jaw dropped, my eyes popped. Boy, I was feeling. Then the friendly shop, he said, yo, hey, how you feeling? I said, wow, this your shop. It's really, really great. I just stumbled in, yo, man. It must be fit. You got the packs, volcano, and even the kind. Man, you know the taste can be real hard to find. You got Roar, Pulsar, and Sheldon Black. Damn, you know I'm definitely coming back. This place is cool, dope, and really nice. That's why Higher Education is the smoker's paradise.
Now offering curbside pickup and shipping direct to your door. Higher Education, Charlottesville's CBD superstore since 2017, providing high-quality CBD and education about all its amazing benefits. Higher education, because CBD is a lifestyle, not just a greener trend. We're coming back from our last coffee break. This is our third segment of Coffee Talk, our gravity episode. Sorry, I'm a little confused.
Maybe it was those gravity hits in between. Those things will knock you on your ass.
Whew, so this is our third segment. Third segment. That's some third segment of our Gravity Toffee Talk, and it is a joint production between Higher Education and W3 Free. 3 W. Whew.
Somebody else.
I think I might have said that wrong because everyone's laughing. I tried so hard just now, but my eyes are a little like.
You know what works really well? A gravitron. Done as an example of that.
We're back, okay? You guys know you knew who we are. This is Dirty Ashley, Seth, and Dawn.
The Pooter Princess.
Oh, whew. The gravitron is fantastic, isn't it?
It's amazing. You know, the gravitron is an all glass gravity bong, and it's just amazing and perfect.
He said bong.
I was going to point that out. I was like,
that makes him wrong.
Are you allowed to say?
It's a podcast. I think we can say whatever we want.
Well, when they come into your shop, can they say that?
Ooh, they cannot say
we
that.
tend to call it, a gravity pipe or a glass GB.
Or apparently a Greebs.
Yeah.
Greebs could be.
Except now Greebs is something else. You know, a Greebs is a Greebs.
Oh, you're right.
I think if you're taking Greebs, you're using a Greebs.
Good point.
And if you're using a gravitron, you're just taking gravity rips, gravity hits.
Delta 8 is really pretty fantastic, huh?
Does the job. So gravitron, you can get an 11-inch or a 14-inch.
I like the smaller one because even though I like to do the hits, the 14 is just too much. I feel like I don't finish it. I feel like that's it.
I like the big one. I mean, you're going to take a gravity hit. You got to take as big a one as you can. That's the whole point.
Yeah, make it worth it. I'm with Seth.
You know, if you don't cough, you don't get off.
But I cough at 11.
Oh.
Can't handle that.
And then it's also got a 12-inch or 12-millimeter slide.
Yep. And that kind of is reminiscent of back in the days when, I guess, before everything went onto this ground joint stuff, everything was either 9 or 12 mil, and reminds you of JBD from, yesteryear. It's a nice draw that way. 9 is just not big enough, and you really don't want it to be glass on glass with it being, trying to remove it in that direction. It would be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like it pulls, and there's that nice flow of air. That thing fills up quick.
I really like the little black seal at the bottom.
Right.
I know it doesn't seem like much, but when you take a hit, most of the time you're kind of just done at the end of it. And you just don't want to be all that super careful, and it kind of allows it to fall down without glass hitting glass. It doesn't fall when it lands. You don't have to worry about it shattering.
Right, the black seal that's
side.
on the underside of the inner piece, so that when you drop it back down into the outer piece of glass, you're not getting that glass hitting glass.
Yep, and it kind of stops the slide as it goes down too, so it's not all rough and hard. I like that too. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's a professional piece for sure.
What are you laughing about?
I'm over here. It just sounds dirty. What you guys are talking about it. and you just walked in here. You're like, I like it like rough.
Ashley Dirty likes it rough.
She wants.
She's the one who wanted 14 inches. I said 11. So let's talk about this, Ashley Dirty. And there's knockoffs of the Gravitron, of course. I think everyone's tried to make one, but they're the original. They're the one. They came out with that. I think it made GravLabs famous.
I mean, it's like the flagship of their whole line.
Absolutely, and I think they've been out for like 20 fucking years now. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, been a long time.
Yeah, I mean, it like the AC Greeb, people come in asking for it. Do you have the Gravitron?
And their song, Been a Long Time.
Probably.
I feel like that could, be in any genre of music. Go ahead, start singing. We know you can sing.
You asked for it. You may regret that.
You will regret that. I'm not gifted in the voice of singing. That's just not, I don't know how that happened. My voice is pretty terrible.
Weren't you kicked out of your church choir or something?
Not for lack of enthusiasm.
I was very enthusiastic. I thought the idea of singing was great. And I was raised Catholic, and I was really, really lucky to be, they had these folk masses where they have a guitar and stuff, and people would like really get down. And there was this fantastic song. It's called Sing Hosanna. Okay. And they sing it, and I thought it was so awesome. And I thought it was Zingozana. So when I was a kid, I used to like belt that shit out in church. Zingozana, Zingozana. And I loved it. And it was fantastic. And this woman turned around in church one day and said to me, shh. And I was asked to just maybe mouth the words and use a little less enthusiasm. And kind of broke my spirit there for the Lord, but that's okay. You know, I was blessed with this voice. I should be allowed to use it. It's hard to believe. Maybe I just practice more.
Okay.
I'm more of a rapper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many pipes you got?
A lot.
How many tubes you got?
A lot.
How many rigs you got?
A lot.
Are we doing that? Are we going to do that?
Yeah, we can do that.
All right. Well, this has been a lot of fun. We have one more gravity pipe to talk about. It's the student glass, made famous by oh my goodness, Jeff.
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen.
Am I saying that right?
You know, who the fuck knows? Somebody famous like did a YouTube video or something of this thing, and then everyone started asking about it, blah, 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 blah. And now we have to carry it. Everyone carries it. Supposedly it's fantastic. I mean, you know, we'll let you guys decide. It is by far the most expensive one of the items. The other two are always, no matter where you go, under $100. This one is never going to be anywhere near close to $100, but it is pretty fucking cool, really scientific looking, and they call it the gravity hookah. The gravity hookah.
Yeah.
It spins. You know, it's pretty elaborate.
It's amazing. It is. It's amazing. It's a feat of engineering. It's just incredible.
Feat of engineering.
Yes.
A feat of engineering.
A brilliant person created this amazing gravity tube. And, you know, we all just need to bow down. Yes.
Bow down.
Appreciate the genius of the creator.
Bow down. I think that's a song too.
Probably.
I'm over here watching the video because I didn't get to see it.
Oh.
So, you know.
Are you watching it now?
Yeah.
And are you impressed?
It looks pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
I mean, I would totally do it. Yeah.
She would do it.
Ashley
Dirty would do it. There you go. That's the commentator. Common. That's the commentary. Commentary on that? Ooh, I don't know the word for that. Just do it. Just do it.
That looks pretty cool. It doesn't seem as though he finished the hit though. Did that happen?
I know. He's kind of a bitch, right? I don't know. I mean, maybe that's why it was made famous. It's because he doesn't know how to take a hit. Hey, Seth, learn to take a hit before you make a water pipe video, dude.
Don't talk to me that way.
Challenge you. Seth Rogen, you're challenged. I challenge you to a higher education hit. Whatever pipe in the store, I will outsmoke you. You hear that, Seth? I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you.
You were just saying that you couldn't take the 14.
Sounds like a ploy to get Seth Rogen.
I need some Rocky music in the background. Eye of the tiger. I've been challenged. I accept the challenge.
You challenged yourself.
And I accepted it. Seth Rogen, meet me at higher ed any day, and I will smoke you under the table.
Wouldn't that be cool if he just showed up there? That would be cool.
That would be cool. That's right. That's right. And if he doesn't, I win. I win the challenge. Bow down, Seth Rogen. That's right. Bow down.
You don't even know who this guy is.
He's a bitch because he ain't smoking with me. That's what I know.
Name a movie he's been in.
Me? Pineapple Express.
Pineapple Express. Holla, holla. What? Pineapple Express. That's a movie about marijuana.
It is.
Pineapple. I know that movie.
Yeah, because I played it for you, like stuck it in and says, "Here, sit down, watch this. This is one of these ones you have to see."
Do you not watch? You don't watch movies?
She doesn't watch movies.
Oh. You're one of those.
There's so many good books out there in the world. When do you have time to watch movies?
Where would you go to get a Gravitron or
Where
an
would I
AC
go?
Greeb or maybe even a student glass?
Oh, I know.
Ooh, where? Where would you go, Ashley
Higher
Dirty?
education.
Higher education, 619 West Main Street.
I was just going to ask where you would find it. You thought you read my
Mind
mind.
reader.
2307 West Carey Street, Richmond, Virginia.
Are they in Richmond too?
They are. And if you're not in Virginia, or you're just a lazy motherfucker and you don't want to go shopping, you can always go to highereducationsmokeshop.com.
Are they online?
They are. You can tell how well he listens. And you can reach him on phone. If you're in Charlottesville, it's 434-293-PUFF.
You should give everybody their phone number.
And in Richmond, 804-254-PUFF.
Nice puff.
Oh, Ashley, stop doing that puff sound in my microphone.
Right. The Pooter Princess is over there just puffing away. So.
All right, that is our episode. This was our Gravity episode of Coffee Talk, 3WV, and Higher Education joint production. I'm Dawn. This is Seth. That's Ashley Dirty. Saying goodbye from the 3WV studios. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.